I just took out of the box this, so we're going to unbox it, and I'm going to explain you a little bit how this machine works. So let's change the camera. So as you can see here, we have here, it says tool only. So here on the bottom it says brushless. It's a good thing. So usually it's more powerful, and the runtime will be longer with the same battery than if you have the regular brush tool. So it says 25% lighter, 30% faster cutting speeds, and up to 350 cuts per charge. And we have these. I bought it because I mean the dimensions is kind of small, so 6.5, 18 volts, tool only. So when you buy, for instance, a Ryobi HP, it means a high performance, so it's the most powerful tool. So as you can see, here we have the model is P as Peter, S, B as Bravo, C, S01B. So now we're going to leave this on the side. I'm going to show you the machine. I just took it out of the box. So basically this comes, you know, in another part, the blade, and you have to remove the screw that you see here. So the good thing is it comes with the Allen key, so the way you have to remove it. In order to remove it is very easy. All you have to do is just on this side you have the button. You have to push it, because if you don't push the button, you will see this is going to spin freely. But when you push it, and it's going to stay in place. And also this is you know, turns towards the opposite side. So if you turn it to the right, you are going to be able to remove the screw, as you can see. And then if you turn it to the left, you're going to be able to adjust it. So here, because I'm going to use this later, we're going to leave it tight. And so once you use it, hopefully we will see over time, hopefully this key will stay in place. I will not come loose. Sometimes I had another tools that it came loose, you know, over time. So here you have a plastic. The plastic came loose, so you have to put the screw. It comes with a star screw that is crazy. Instead of using maybe like a Phillips screwdriver, so I have to use my kit. So maybe you can see my other video about this kit. I mean, it has every point, every bit was good. So in order to use this, when you're cutting here, sometimes you will find yourself that you have to pull this a little bit, so in order to be able to enter the blade, you know, into the lumber, and that's it. So here you can use, if you don't put this, and if you don't use the vacuum cleaner, you know, you're going to have the dust everywhere, the wood, the dust everywhere. But if you want to, I mean, if you want to use it, great. If you don't, you know that this is what is this for. Basically is for that. And here on the other side we put the battery. So in this case I recommend you always 4-amp battery. Otherwise, if you have a little one, if you want to just test it, very easy. If you want to have the maximum you know, power of these type of tools, I recommend you to use the batteries that are high performance, the same as the tool. If you use the regular ones, you're not going to have all the power with this. In this case, you know, for testing, or if you're going to cut just very tiny, very little, you can use this. I would recommend 4 amps or greater. You should be good. So as you can see here, all you have to do, push the button, because if you push it here, it's not going to work. So push the button, this button that you see here, in order to be able to release the trigger, and it works. It's a little bit slow, at least to start. You see, it seems like it doesn't start right away. I mean, maybe it takes like a second, but yeah, I mean, it works. And another thing that you have to think when you're using this is make sure that you have the right angle, and you're going to the depth that you're going to use. So in this case, for instance, here we have this level that we can move it, you know, up and down. So I'll show you here. You see, so that way, let's say you want to just scorch the board or something like that, you can leave it like that. You know, pull the handle down, and you're going to have, you know, the surface that you're going to cut is like very little. Otherwise, also sometimes, also if you have maybe another board or something like that, and you don't want to cut it with this, and you want to just to cut the board that you need, you do this, and that's it. Once everything is back to normal, you can pull this up, as you can see here, push it, pull it down, and it will stay in place. Then I'm going to show you if you want to cut, for instance, in angle. So for instance, here you have different angles. You have 0, 15, 30, 45. So I don't like much this system, but you know, it works. So basically, once you untie this, you're going to move it to the place where you want, let's say 15 degrees, and then you're going to cut, you know, kind of in an angle, as you can see here. And if you adjust and untie it again, it's going to be flush again, 0 degrees. You tie it up, and that's it. So very, very easy to use. It's not extremely light. I would like it to be maybe lighter than this, but I think for you know, small jobs, it should do the trick. And as usual, I am in US, so if you want me to FedEx to you, just let me know. I can do that. Also, if you need, you know, tools or anything like that, I can do that as well. If you want to watch my more videos about tools or anything else, go to the playlist in my YouTube channel, and then you can see everything else that I have. So I hope you have enjoyed this class. If you have any question, leave me a comment in the section below, and see you next time.